Wanto. Hi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about a company called Crossover. What Crossover does basically is Guti bahlanganisa talent with American companies. So if an American company is looking for a customer service agent, an IT technician, or an engineer, they go to Crossover. Then Crossover interviews you and preps you for that company. And if you are a suitable candidate, they send you over to the company. In order for you to apply with Crossover, you need to go to crossover.com and you need to create a profile for yourself. Kuleyo profile leyo, you are going to add your details, your personal details, work experience, as well as your educational background so that they are able to know more about you and where to place you. Once you have completed the registration process, you are going to be required to take a test and assessments. The assessments are a bit tricky, but they're not that tricky. All that I can advise you to do is that when you take the assessments, you should be in a quiet place and you should be able to focus on the test. The tests and assignments are something that I believe we have all done when we are applying for jobs. It's multiple choice questions that you can find on the internet. I cannot tell you where, but I can assure you that if you search for conjunctive, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, you will find the type of test that they ask you there. The test is timed. It takes about 15 minutes and you only have 15 minutes to complete 50 questions. The questions include mathematics, English, as well as your analytical problem solving skills. So they just want to see how you deal with different situations, how quick you are, and how good you are. Remember, if you get a good score, it means that you get hired quicker, and the job that you get will also pay much higher. So as I'm going through the assessment rules, it does state that should you copy or should you cheat the test, they will know. Trust me, they will know. As much as the test is all over the internet and we've all done it, please answer as truthfully as possible because they do state that before, like I mentioned before you sign your contract, your permanent contract, they will make you take the test again. So if you cheat, you will be cheating yourself essentially. So it is very important for you to make sure that you answer as truthfully and as honestly as you can because you don't want to lose out on an opportunity because you cheated and you got a high score. Imagine, so Tole on your test before you got a 95%, then they test you again and you get a 20%. That will not work. So just try to answer as truthfully as possible. Take your time. You don't have to answer all 50 questions, but just try to make sure that all the questions that you answer are correct and you are sure of them. So once you have completed your profile, this is what your dashboard will look like. They will ask you to tell them more about yourself and this is what I'm supposed to do. I haven't done that as yet, but I will complete it. And then we move forward and then it shows you the applications that you have done, and it also offers you different types of positions that you might be interested in. And then it goes to another section, which is your profile. Your profile, you will have to complete your details like mentioned before, your personal information, your email addresses, your resume, and work experience, educational background, should you have awards, certificates, patents, or publications, add them as well. So this is basically the last part, which is the application process, where they tell you everything that happens within the application process. So the first step is that you apply, you register, you complete that 15 minutes test. Once that is done, as they state that you should pass your test. Different positions require different percentages. So if you are in the engineering field, IT field, I'm guessing your score should be a bit higher. But with the customer service positions as well as the support agent, I believe they're a bit lenient. The second test that you will take will be your English test. They will ask you to listen to sentences and then you should say them verbatimly. Sorry about that. You should say them as they are said to you. Memorize a few sentences. That should be about it. And then they will test your skills. If you are in engineering or IT, they will send you a code to crack a coding something. I'm not quite sure. I'm not within the IT field. But yes. And then you will have your interview where they will interview you. But basically, once you make it to the interview stage, it is a done deal, I believe so, because there's so many tests that you have done already and you have passed them all. So the interview is just a formality to make sure that you are also happy, as well as to meet your bosses and your managers. So once that process is done, you should know that you will be a working individual. Last but not least, these are the current positions that they currently have open. They have 57 positions open. Positions vary from senior software engineer, full stack engineer, your senior software engineer, and all of those positions, elite coder, software engineering. And then we also have your support agent, your customer service agent, onboarding specialist, as well as your technical specialist. If any of these positions excite you and it's something that you might be interested in, please go register with Crossover. Make sure your profile's up to date, complete the assessments, and just prep yourself to get a job, because I'm definitely sure that you will get called, you will succeed, and everything that you desire, you will get. I will be talking about another company next week. I'm just not sure which company. I'm not quite sure which company I will be talking about, but should there be a company you'd like me to talk about, please let me know in the comment section and I'll definitely check that out for you. In the meantime, happy job hunting.